Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or great night, and let's get started. So in this video we're going to take a closer look into the bigger picture, fundamentals, direction, and what we have ahead. Okay, so this video is a continuation from the last video that I recorded. Okay, so it is nothing new or out of the box. Okay, so here in the top we have Dow Jones, then we have the dollar, then we have gold, and then we have total tree, which is alt season in other words. Okay, so we are going to take a look on the fundamentals and the direction they are going to deliver. Okay, so we talked about before what would break for the Fed to start cutting rates again. I don't remember if you guys will remember, but in a few previous videos, I was talking about a lot of fundamentals in the United States, and I called this, let's say, uptrend continuation for the job reports, that the number of unemployed people will start to increase. And the funny thing is that in every leftist, socialist government, they always fake the numbers. You guys know this, okay? So it's nothing new. So then Trump, let's say, fixed what were wrong with the job reports. So basically, the government was creating jobs with public money, tax money, and this is not natural growth, okay? So, and the numbers, the real numbers were bad. So that's one of the things that it's broken and the Fed now have to fix. So the jobs, the problem with jobs, and okay, so we also have inflation and a few other things. So let's do this in an easy way for you guys to follow me here, okay? So I'm going to use arrow and colors. So we are going to use the green for, let's say, which ones are bullish in the fundamentals and what is going to be the impact, okay? So, inflation. Just a second, folks. Find the color. Okay. Inflation is going to prop the markets. Yes, it will. Inflation, it is going to have a negative impact in the dollar. Yes, I have to go on the dollar for the last. Inflation is going to have a positive impact on precious metals. Yes. Inflation is going to have a positive impact in the crypto market. Yes. Now, interest rate cuts in the United States are going to have a positive impact into the stock market at first. Yes. Precious metals, risk assets. Yes. Crypto market. Yes. The dollar, negative impact. Second. Okay. So, more jobs are going to be created. The impact of more jobs are going to be positive or negative. More jobs are going to add to wage inflation. And at first, it is going to prop and burst the economy or boost the economy. But by the end of the day or the line, it is going to have a negative impact. So for now, we are just looking to the present, what we have today at hand, okay? So more jobs, wage inflation, what is going to be the impact into the markets? It is going to be positive. What is going to be the impact into precious metals? At first, it will be positive. In the crypto market, it is going to be positive. And for the dollar, it is going to be, could be positive at first, a little bit, but by the end, it is negative as well, because when we have low interest rates, people will spend, right? So the economy is booming. When interest rates are high, people will start to hold their money and save. Okay, so we can have both things, and it can only move into a single direction. It's just like a balance. Okay, so with all these things being said, and the direction is clear, like we talked about this before, I explained it to you guys before. We knew the markets are bullish, are not bearish. And even a few months ago, a lot of people were saying once again that this was over, the doomsday has come, it's a bearish market. No, it is not. Once again, it is not. Not yet. Okay? So, we have clear direction, we have a clear trend. Fundamentals are kind of mixed, but inflation is still a big thing. And the only way to fix inflation is through increasing the value of currency. Okay, there is no other way, because it is going to halt expansion, development, growth, contracting people, more and more people employed. So it's the only way to halt and then start to decrease inflation. We are not going to have hyperinflation. There is no way this is going to happen. Deflation. So think about this. A long-term fix would be a long-term high interest rate. Okay, wouldn't bring, let's say, a total collapse. Would bring to a long-term, long and steady correction on the market, the value of things, and etc. But this is no good for anybody. So that's why deflation is the best approach, or let's say the best probability, in my opinion, because it is fast, it is brutal, there is adjustments into, let's say, wealth transfer, and that's it. It's fixed. It's done. Then we have growth again. Okay, and basically this is the way things are being happening for a long, long, long time. Okay, deflation, or like a deflation correction. And in my opinion, it's all healthy. The only problem is that people lose their jobs, their homes, and you guys know how this is bad, right? It's a really awful scenario. It's really, really bad. Okay, so once again, the direction is clear. Now we have a second question, which is how long it is going to last. And this one is more complicated. Okay, so we have an idea, could be January 2026, but we are so close to January that I don't think today, okay, that can be the end. I'm talking about probability. I'm not drawing lines and holding to numbers, okay? So we are doing this in advance for a long, long time. And we can adjust things. We don't have to hold dear for numbers. And so, for example, let's say by November, you figure that your plan, it is not going to unfold. You will hold tight, hold dear to that? Of course not. You are going to make adjustments because you have enough room to make these adjustments. Okay? So I was thinking, if December, January, it's not the end, what could be? Could be February, maybe March. Okay? Now another thing. Not long ago, I shared a chart about a study that I did on Dow Jones in all the history in Dow Jones, from day one to the present, about the months that we have corrections, so on and on and on. And then April, May, August, September, are, let's say, the bad guys, or the perfect time for corrections. But there is sometimes, only a few times, that we didn't had corrections by April, May, August, and September. It was just like all the way up non-stop. And the end of this was a brutal crash. So April, May this year, what we had, let me take a look, I don't remember. So we had correction up to April and May, August, September correction. Oh, sorry, this is 2024. April, May correction. Okay. Now, August was a standstill. And this September, this harvest season, it is going to be different from all the previous 6 that we had, 6 or 7, if I'm not wrong. So this is pretty clear. The Fed is dovish about cutting rates now in September, and then most likely they are going to cut again in December. And doing so in December, all the report numbers from companies and let's say profit, sales reports, etc., are going to boom. And this is going to be fantastic numbers for the economy. Okay, so we are so close that I don't think they're going to fuel this rocket for a short trip. Most of you guys will remember that saying. I don't like it, but it's real. How things work, what they do. What they do is get your money right. And in order to get your money right, everything must be fantastic because people will be expending money they don't have. Right? Only the smart money are going to spend the money they have because they know what's coming. Okay? So we need a we need a scenario that everybody's talking about how things are fantastic, how life is great, how the economy is booming. Oh, you can buy, let's say, crypto today, Bitcoin, XRP, or Ethereum, and you are going to make easy 100, 300, or let's say $500 by the next 24, 48 hours. A lot of money are going to pour in. And there's another thing. The 401k now can invest into crypto. And all this 401k, it is not going to pour into physical coins. Some will, some. But most of them are going to seek for a ETF or ETP. So you guys remember I shared the chart. I think it's this one here. Just give me a second, folks. Oh yes, it's right here. So do you guys remember this? Institutional investors. That's the ETF. Okay. And then let's say by the end of this, we are going to have the 401k, right? So in order to get the 401k and others, we can be close to the end. We have to be close to the beginning. And why close to the beginning? Because they will get your money right. People need to see gains to trigger their greedy, because otherwise people will be afraid. And when people are afraid, they're probably not do anything. Or even looking to sell what they have. Okay? So to set a perfect trap, you need the perfect bullish sentiment. People will be exposed, and they are not going to think about how much they are going to lose. They will thinking about how much I can make easy money now. Okay, which is a scenario totally different from what we have right now. Let me show this to you again. Just give me a second. Okay. So where we are, where we entered into this. We enter here. Okay, here we are. Institutional investors, they are here. Okay, so let's say ETFs, ETPs, and etc., etc., etc. So they are paving the way for those who are coming. So think about this. Crypto exchanges wouldn't be able to provide enough liquidity for the 401k. This is the fact. It would, let's say, we were going to see like skyrocket candles because there is not enough liquidity for them. There is not. Okay. And the OTC would probably dry so fast that the exchanges would even have to go offline. Okay. So ETPs, ETFs are targeting the 401k that now have a green light. Okay. So they are here. And 401k people, let's say, are here. Let's say here. So close, close, close. Now, we know we are heading to this phase. Okay, once again, that's how it works. So, do we have media attention right now? Like headlines, whoa, only this morning, Crypto Z is up 25%. Only this morning, just a few hours. No, not yet. Right? Enthusiasm, we do have it. Of course not. People are still bearish. And of course, we have people that are always bearish. When things are bullish, they are bearish. When things are bearish, they are bullish. It's a zigzag gang. So are people greedy right now? No. So we have groups that are trying to figure out in which wave we are. Okay. So we, Champions Club, uh, you guys that check my tweets, we know where we are. It is not the greed stage, which is not wave 3 as well. It is not. Wave 3 is the most profitable and powerful wave. Also, remember, Elliott Waves is a theory. So you have to read EWT, not only EW. Okay, it's a theory. Sometimes it happens, other times it doesn't. So we read what's reading. So, do we have delusion? No, we don't. We don't have delusion. People think about, oh, I'm going to buy a new home with this easy money. I'm going to sell my home to buy a better one. Do we have a new paradigm? Of course not. People are not dreaming with this easy money yet. Then starts denial, return to normal, bull trap, fear, capitulation, despair once again. We do know what it is and how it works. Okay, so it is about to start, but we can't tell yet how powerful wave 3 is going to be. There is no way to say this. It's impossible. That's why. So, and this, by the way, I explained this many, many times. We are going to be able to measure what's coming next after a wave 3 it's over. Only after this event we can figure out what's coming next and probabilities, percentage, risk reward wise, and etc., etc., etc. Okay, so please don't ask me, is this wave 2, is this wave 3, or when they are going to have, folks. By the time we see new highs, power candles, that's wave 3. We are still trading inside bars. Remember, correction, consolidation, continuation. We are still in this range. There is no wave 3. There is no new highs. Actually, XRP did it, but was marginal. So it's not ready yet. Okay? Just a second. Okay, so now let's take a quick look into Bitcoin dominance and tether. Just a moment. Okay, so it seems to be that Bitcoin dominance it's over. In other words, we can read this as the alt season has begun. Officially, kind of. There is no new highs yet, but it's enough time for preparation, like the market's absorbing before going to new highs. And this also makes sense when we read ETFs, ETPs, preparation for institutional investors, money, funds, etc., and etc. Okay. Also, we talked about this long ago, the grinding line. And also we are going to talk about grinding line into short time frames, into let's say XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, but in the next video. Okay. I don't want to mix so many things into a single video. Also don't want to make this complicated, but whatever the direction, grinding lines will always break. Okay, it is what it is. This is the law. Okay, so tether, you guys remember I shared targets and we talked about how this is 100% confirmed that tether dominance, it is going to crash hard, and this is also one of the fundamentals that is going to prop the alt season. Okay, so we have a completely bearish setup here. Okay, the target for this, it is going to be on the 2% range or realm, if you will. May stay here for a while, could be step number 3 for crypto. So for example, right now we are in wave 2. This move right here, September 15. So this move right here, we don't know where it is going to be the first stop or step, but that's the direction. And so take a look here. I need a green. Yes. So here it is. This is 100% accurate. There's no denial here. There's no margin for error. The first step, so there is no A or B or B or A or first or second. It's all the same thing. So one is up and the other is, let's say, the upside down. Okay. Tether going down, altcoins skyrocketing. This it is going to be, so far as we know, wave 3. New highs, power candles, frenzy, craziness, wave 3. Okay. Then I don't remember the main target that I shared for tether. I really don't. If you guys can share on X, I will really appreciate it. So let's say something like this. Okay, so let's say this is alt season. Okay, so then we would have what? 0, 1, 2, 3. In other words, you guys have to remember that this is totally different, for example, from XRP. Okay, this is more likely, more alike XLM. Okay, so total tree, XLM. XRP is out of this league because actually XRP, it is not in price discovery, but already broke from consolidation, even without new highs. And that is a red wave number 1, the first thing, the bang, that big candle. And then the consolidation in between is wave 2. Okay, so for example, right now, let me show you. XRP is kinda here already, while XLM is still here. Okay, it's complicated because let me show you. Just a second, folks. Okay, folks, so let's just clear this example. It appears to be the same thing, but it is not. Both are still contained into its price range, which is 330 and so, and then XLM still inside as well. But, for example, XRP was clear, XLM wasn't. Perfect setup, the break. So this is the break. Why? Because it beat this guy and this guy. So early stages of a bull break. And that's when the count for waves start. Not before, not after. Here on XLM, do we have it already? No, we don't. Can we start counting waves? No. Why? There is no break from the structure. The structure is still intact. And then here we are going to have a fundamental difference that is going to make a lot of people go crazy, go nuts, trying to figure out what's going. So the problem with these zigzag people is that they only look into candles, not into the market's fundamentals, timing, etc., etc. So they are always looking for A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, sub this, prime that, so on, and they keep making adjustments. We do this in advance, but the way we know is the way you see here. No lines, no crazy ABC numbers. You don't need it, because when you know how to properly use Elliott, you don't need all that stuff. When you see people drawing a lot of waves, numbers, letters, sub this, prime that, they doing that because they don't know what they are doing. Okay, so by the time XLM go into new highs, it's the time where you're going to start counting. It should be, but it is not going to work. For example, we do know XRP is 0, 1, and 2. It's consolidation. It's still inside. If we do the same for, okay, let's look at this into a different way. If we acknowledge this move as the break from the previous structure, then we should start counting. But as you guys can see, there is no break from the current structure. Current structure is still intact. So, I dare to say that by the time we are going to have a full setup on XRP, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total 6, we are going to have half for XLM. And then people will still trying to figure this out, trying to understand, and they are not going to, because they're not looking at the whole market, only at a few candles. And then this is going to be part of the mistake. Okay, but we gotta wait to see how this is going to move, how it is going to play out. Then we are going to count, keep counting, reading, one step at a time. Okay, so when things are not crystal clear, for example, especially the early stages and how long it can last, etc., etc., trying to make calls and say, well, this is 100% of the way this is going to happen. You will keep making mistakes and have to keep making adjustments that lead to more mistakes. And so this way you start to lose you stop trusting yourself. And this is bad. Okay. So make adjustments without perpetual calls. You don't need it. You don't want it. We are dealing with incomplete information. And the only thing that can guide us here, it's knowledge. There is no other thing. Okay? Because we don't have premium information. So knowledge is all we had. Okay? So folks, things are looking fantastic. Things are looking great. The only problem here is the wait, the time. But yeah, everything's looking good. It is only a matter of time right now. Okay? So despite the controversy about the wave, the time, the count, December, March, April, whatever, we are ahead. We are doing this in advance for months. We can still do this in a very, very comfortable way, one step at a time, one day at a time. It's easy. It is not complicated. So this is complicated for those who don't know what they are doing, don't know where they are, and have no idea what's coming. They are in a really bad spot. We don't. We are not. We are in a really, really great spot. Okay? So, folks, the next video is going to be about the harvest season. And I had some doubts a few months ago, a few weeks, months ago. Like, I was like 60% it is going to be bullish, 40 could be another correction. But right now I am towards 90% it is going to be bullish. Okay? And kind of a crazy run, not long, but crazy. Yeah, so we're talking about a lot of money coming from the 401k, right? Yeah. So guys, thanks again. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your support. Please forgive me for the delay to record this video. You guys know my mom almost passed away. She's still trying to recover. She's fighting. And I'm having a lot of things to do. Soon I will move to another home. And there is a lot. There's literally a lot going on right now. And I'm trying to put things together. And I hope that in the next, let's say, 60, 90 days, my life will be on track and I will start to have time for myself. I mean, I will have my life back. Okay. So, yeah. So between next week, yeah, in a few days, like in 7, 10 days, I'm going to record the harvest update. Then we are going to jump into details like weekly, 3 days, daily, 4 hours charts into multiple assets, and let's see what we can expect. But we are very, very, very close. And once again, XLM is still a great opportunity. Still is. Okay? So this is not financial advice. You guys know I can tell you what to do, but I can tell you what I think. And I think XLM is a much better opportunity right now than XRP is. Whatever you are trading or investing, you gotta do the math, okay? Because XLM is still lagging behind XRP. The ratio is almost 5 to 1, 20%, 25. So right now, XLM should be at least 80, 90 cents, in my opinion, close to, yeah. Okay. So just my thoughts, just sharing with you guys what I'm thinking. And yeah, so folks, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, subscribe as well, ring the bell, all this stuff to support the channel. And once again, thanks for everything you guys been doing. Thanks for the prayers, the tips about some natural things that can help my mom. And I really, really appreciate it, all of it. Okay. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, amazing week. And yeah, God bless you all. I'll see you guys soon. See ya.